The Bible, David killed a giant called Goliath, and he did this by swinging a stone on his forehead. Archaeologists have found the head of Goliath. Watch this.
After the snake comes the rebellion of the sons of God in Genesis 6. We're told that they have sex with women who then give birth to violent warrior giants.
Oh, right. The Nephilim. These are probably the strangest characters in the whole Bible.
Well, strange from your point of view, but ancient readers knew exactly what was going on. The ancient kingdoms around Israel claimed to be founded and protected by giant warrior kings who were part human, part god, and filled with divine wisdom.
Ah, I see. So the biblical authors are saying, hey, those warrior kings, they shouldn't be honored.
Right. In this story, they're portrayed as human rebels who are captive to spiritual evil, spreading their violence in God's good world.
Yeah, and one of those kings in Genesis 10 goes on to build the city of Babylon.
Yes, Nimrod, whose name sounds like the Hebrew word for rebel. And his kingdom leads to the next rebellion, where humans exalt themselves in Babylon.
But God scatters that rebellion.
The flood of Noah wiped out all life on Earth, including the giants, but somehow they managed to come back, as told to us in the story of David and Goliath and mentioned multiple times in the book of Joshua. The Bible doesn't say exactly how they returned, but here's one strange theory. In the book of Jubilees, which is an extra-biblical text, we have the story of Canaan, Noah's grandson, who found a rock with carvings on it that had the teachings of the Watchers, or the fallen angels, the parents of the giants. Jubilees 8:1-5 paraphrased says, "And he found a writing which former generations had carved on the rock, and he read what was thereon, and he transcribed it and sinned owing to it. For it contained the teaching of the Watchers. And he wrote it down and said nothing regarding it, for he was afraid to speak to Noah about it, lest he should be angry with him on account of it." Was this teaching of the Watchers that Canaan found some type of occult magic that brought back the Watchers or the Nephilim spirits, or maybe even resurrected these giants from the dead? If you look in that time period of the Old Testament, God had a major focus on teaching people to not be part of sorcery, necromancy, or divination. We even have a similar story in the book of 1 Samuel of the Witch of Endor, who King Saul went and consulted with to get in contact with his dead friend Samuel, and this Witch of Endor actually conjured up the spirit of Samuel. If you read the Latin Vulgate translation of the Bible, translated in the 4th century, there's a very interesting verse that stands out in relation to this, and that's Isaiah 26:14, which says, "Let not the dead live, let not the giants rise again, therefore has visited and destroyed them, and has destroyed all their memory." So maybe some type of dark magic, some teaching of the Watchers, the fallen angels, is to blame for the giants coming upon the earth a second time. And we may even see this evil incursion once again. The Brenton English Septuagint translation in Isaiah 13:3 says, "I give command, I bring them, giants are coming to fulfill my wrath, rejoicing at the same time, and insulting."
Have you ever wondered where all the giants have gone? They used to be everywhere, walking this earth. But now, you don't see them. Remember, there was a time where everything grew big due to the amount of oxygen that the giant trees used to produce. But as you know, they chopped them all down. And anybody still capable of growing big gets labeled with having a disease. They call it giantism. They get prescribed medicine, more like poison, which stumps their growth. And I always find it funny that they could tell you what dinosaurs was eating and what they looked like 5 million years ago. But was you even there though, bruv? And some of you may not be aware, but any so-called dinosaur bones that they do find, they only find pieces. Most of that skeleton, what you see there, are reconstructed, fake bones. But anytime they do find any real giant bones, Smithsonian comes in and destroys them. But in the 1600s, the Spanish did capture a two-headed giant, and that is still on display. But like most facts of history, they still don't teach you the truth.
Did you know that there was proof of giants in ancient Egypt? Watch to the end to find out.
Proof of giants in Egypt.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. Genesis 6 verse 4.
Subscribe for more content like this.
This is proof that giants used to exist. Now I know you're thinking, Matt, giants, what you on about? What a load of rubbish. But trust me, just hear me out and look at this evidence. Right, so if you don't know what a giant is, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's literally a giant. You know, a person that's massive. And of course, we've always thought there's no chance these people ever existed. There is some proof that may suggest they actually did. For a start, weapons were found from thousands of years ago. Now look at the sword in the middle. Bear in mind, this guy is 6'2". And you're telling me the people that were normal size used to carry that sword into battle? Really? Now on rocks there's been lots of these sort of things found, like shoe or foot imprints, proving someone or something had walked on these before. I mean, that's a lot bigger than your average shoe mark. And finally, the craziest part of all, these actual bones were found. And you're telling me that's a normal person, or an animal? That's a giant. No two ways about it.
Since we're talking about giants in reference to biblical scripture regarding Nephilim, or giants, I want to now show you some videos of what people are claiming to be actual giants that they have seen with their own eyes, or phone cameras. You've heard of the hollow earth theory, right? You can click on my video down here that explains a little bit more about it. But anyway, there is a lot to the hollow earth theory. However, there is an element to it that basically describes that there are still lost civilizations that still roam the earth. And in this case, potentially giants. So I'm going to show you a couple videos now. Check it out.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
No.
It's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you seen what I seen right now?
What do you think?
Wake the fuck up, the Nephilim still exist.
But this was one of the craziest videos of 2022 so far, bro. And they was grinding me up saying I look just like Bo, but I don't. Let's go! I'm telling y'all, the Nephilim roamed the earth, bro. They stuffed him. He's stuffed. They probably still live in remote places on earth. Wake up! One more time, wake up!